I'm sitting down to do a track by track today, and I didn't think that I would ever do one of these. I didn't think that I'd ever make an album. I'm just excited to see what people think about it, and here we go. Monarch took me just about a year and a half to finish. Started in August 2020, and it was brutal. I've never made an album before, and it was really hard to sit on these songs and not show people. I kind of just wanted this to feel genreless, and I wanted there to be something for everybody. And I think we did that with Monarch. So Scumbag. Scumbag is one of those songs that I wrote because I wanted to write an angry song, and when I heard the demo of the beat from Parrish and Science Spark, I was like, wow. First of all, blown away. Second of all, it met the exact tone that I was going for. I wanted something kind of spiteful. I wanted to write a spiteful song, and I wanted to write about that situation of being in a relationship with somebody and them not seeing the potential of that relationship, the worth in their partner. And I think we did an excellent job with that. I remember we sat down, it was Kevin, Rain, and I. He's a hometown friend. I had him write on 4 of the songs on the album. Incredible writer. I just remember every time we'd write a line, we'd go, oh my God, this is the one, this is sick. And every time that I would play it back, we would just be like raging out to it because we just thought it was that awesome. And we still do. So the next song on the album is I'm Not Okay. I flew extra out to write songs for a week, and the very first day we came up with I'm Not Okay. Immediately after writing our parts, we were like, okay, this song needs somebody who can bring the energy, and this album was supposed to be something that felt kind of genreless, and who better to hit that second verse than Nothing Nowhere. Every time I've had the opportunity to write with Nothing Nowhere, it's been an insane experience. It's nice having somebody that can be just as fast in the studio, but also super open to new ideas. And when I showed it to him, he was hyped on it, and I'm very blessed to have him on the album, and I cannot wait to work with him again because he's an awesome human being. Fast Life. So Fast Life was my first ever session with JV, and it was super dope working in the studio with Sophie Gray, and it was just a very, very exciting experience to write a song out of my comfort zone. Generally, I make all my music at home, so doing it in a studio was a good change of pace for me. And when we wrote it initially, we wrote it in mind of putting Gucci Hot Waters on it. And people have been asking us to work for like 4 years. So the fact that we finally got one is super awesome. He's a really, really good friend of mine, and he did such a good job on the verse. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that that track came together the way it did, and I'm really, really grateful for it. So Chemicals. Chemicals was one of those songs that I made because I was super inspired by I Don't Want That Many Friends in the first place. And if you haven't heard that song, I suggest you listen to it. It's very good. It's funny, I actually came up with that first bar because I heard Kevin, Rain talking about how it's so silly that we put chemicals in our brain, like nicotine, to feel better temporarily. And I don't know why, but that sentence stuck in my brain. So when I wrote the song, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this in the song somehow for sure. The instrumental met every single checklist. Shout out Johnny Friend for going crazy on the beat. It was really fun to write. Kevin and I had a blast writing it. Unexpected was one of those songs that almost didn't make it on the album just because I wasn't sure if it fit, but it made the cut because it's catchy and it's fun and the melodies are pretty, and we found the beat on YouTube. That Kid Go Ran, and it took me a while to write because it's a very complex song in terms of lyrics, and I also wanted to have a little bit of I wanted to talk about previous songs in the ending, like in the outro, just to let people know that that style of Sad Eyes won't ever go away, regardless of like what I'm writing. So Hopeless is one of those songs that I wrote in that like angry phase. Like I was trying to write angry music, like Scumbag, and I wrote Fast Life, Hopeless, Scumbag, and Chemicals all in the same week. I was very much in like a spiteful songwriting spot. I wanted to write spiteful music, and I wanted to have music that had energy, because a lot of my music, pre-Monarch, was very soft, and I wanted music that I wanted to write music that people could yell, I wanted to write music that people could scream. Poison. So we wrote that in JV's apartment on accident, kind of. Like we weren't really trying to make music, it was just kind of vibes, just chill, And it turned into like a session, and he whipped up like a piece of the chorus, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and track this, and he was like, cool. He goes out on his balcony and I track it really quick, and then comes back in, I got it all dialed, and I'm super stoked with how it all came about, and it's one of those songs that felt the most natural to write. I was super inspired by Avett at the time. That's a buzzsaw.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, How Are You? Hi, How Are You was one of those songs that I wrote and was like, okay, I'm gonna start making louder music. I wrote that song and I was like, this is so fun. There was a week time span where I wrote 5 of the songs on the album, and Hi, How Are You was the first one. It was me realizing that, I had another genre under my belt.
Spend the night alone, crying at your page. Hi, how are you? I'm doing fine.
People always make shit fucking worse. We wanted to write something that we don't ever write about. At the time, I was, I felt very angry at the world, and I felt very voiceless, which is so silly. But I figured, I should talk about a couple problems with humanity and the earth while I have the opportunity to. And I'm really, really stoked with the production that Switch did. It ended up being one of my favorite songs on the album, so I'm really stoked on it, and Ben did a great job on his verse, and it was really fun to write. It was very therapeutic to record for sure. Something You Hate. So we wrote Something You Hate very quickly. I remember when we sat down to write Something You Hate, it was very fast. I wrote the verse super fast. I wrote the chorus super fast. I wrote the drums super fast. Everything was super easy. That song was probably the easiest song to write on the whole album, to be honest. Definitely like a song about going crazy, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, it was good. It was cool. It was cool to write. I wrote One More Time because I wanted to give everybody a song like Sucker, and I think we did a pretty good job with that. I wanted to write raps, and I wanted it to be kind of bedroom pop, and I think I remember writing it like the day Cyberpunk dropped. So in a way, I was like the only person that kind of won that day, you know. Yeah, I like One More Time. One More Time is definitely one of my favorites on the album, so I'm really, really happy that I was able to get it tracked. I wrote it like December of 2020, so it's been a while. I'm happy that people get to hear it now. So Fragile Scene was one of those songs that I kind of want it to speak for itself. I kind of want everyone to listen to it, and you know, it is what it is. That song is very personal, and when I got the beat from Saint Tamara and Casper, I did a little bit of my own production on it just to give it a little more oomph, and now we have Fragile Teen. So I Got Your Message was one of those songs that I wrote partly to give back to those that listened to me since I like only made lo-fi music, and it's one of those songs that I can play acoustically if I ever get to play it live. So I just kind of wanted to write a lo-fi song for the album because I felt like it was necessary, like it needed one. And I Got Your Message was like the perfect fit. I remember when I wrote it, I had Days to Waste in the room, and he was like, I don't see a single reason why you wouldn't put it on the album. And I was like, true. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was produced by Boy 50 too, so you know, it's always cool working with him because, you know, he's been supportive since the beginning. So shout out Boy 50. Goodbye. The finale, the closer. This song was super easy to write. I originally wrote it to some guitar that I wrote, but then I got the guitar sent to me from Splash Gang, and I just took the same lyrics and changed a little bit of the melody, and when I had it finally tracked out, I sent it over to Paufu, and he did an amazing job. It really feels like a finale, and it really feels, in a way, cinematic. It feels like a cinematic song. And I'm really stoked with how it came out. It was like one of those songs that needed to be on the album. I needed an acoustic song, and I needed the ending of the album to be sincere. I needed it to be heartfelt. I needed it to be real. I wanted people to resonate with the song, and I needed an authentic finale. So I'm really stoked that Paufu was able to come together with me on this and get it done. So thank you for watching the track by track. I'm really excited for everyone to hear the album. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to sit down and talk about each track. Before somebody posture checks me in the comments, I'm going to close the video out here. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.